Road Racing World Championships, and today it is the men's elite race for you. Well, it's never been quite as tough as it is today. We're often talking, at the moment anyway, we have been for, well, ever since this race was announced, just how difficult the course is. And I've got to tell you that, quite frankly, it is going to test us today like no other. Yeah, it's a long distance. And more than that, we've got so much climbing. In fact, we have 5,000 meters more climbing. Weather today, it's 24 Celsius. We'll be maxing out about 26. Now, as you can see, there is cloud here, and you can't see any clouds defined. That's because we're underneath that cloud, and those clouds are cumulonimbus. And that means there is a great possibility that we will have fans. They travel everywhere. Egan Bernal, Brella Rivera, Tejada and Vargas. Switzerland, we mentioned them, Fabio and Jan Christen. We have Mark Hershey, Mara Schmidt, and indeed Fabian Weiss. Spain have looked extremely lively in these championships with Ayuso and Mark. Strong unit. Well, it's invitations from Africa. Pimp deeper into this day. He took a great, of course, strive forward in Glasgow. This is the Amaharo Stadium, the Freedom Stadium, which is part of our farewell to arms today, I think you might say, once they've actually dealt with the circuit. Now, we're going to be doing 9 laps before we go out for a secondary circuit. But it's going to be primary amongst our thoughts because it is extraordinarily tough. We're taking on the mountain itself. And indeed, then we'll make our way all the way back and do a final 6 laps before, indeed, we have our champion. Tom Pidcock just hoving at the back. The crowds are out in force. We're waiting for the flag. Indeed, our starter here, they're all massing around. And, of course, Slovenia, I guess, are going to be on policing duties. Watch out for their, indeed, vivid green as it stands at the moment. Ivo Oliveira for Portugal might well get lively at the beginning. I've got a feeling, though, that somebody like Ahmed Orkan from Turkey might be somebody who gets himself off and up the road in very, very short order. Let's find out, shall we? Because we are racing the 91st World Championship Men's Elite Road Race is underway, and how lively is this? If you want to get us to talk about you, then you're going to have to get up the road if it's not going to be your day ultimately. And some of those who are further down the pecking order now find themselves in a real battle to get up the road and indeed make a statement early on. This is a very different complexion, especially with the different distance that we are rolling with at the moment. This is an extraordinarily long way home. We have Red Walters, who has head off up the road. Lives in the south of England, but Red Walters is, of course, representing Grenada, and he is solo up the road at the moment. He's got an awful long way to go, Brian Smith, if he wants to make this stick.
I can't hear you.
Well, Red Walters has decided to make a statement very, very early on here, Brian.
Yeah, it was somebody that I'd highlighted. You know, we talked before we came on air, and there's a lot of riders have come here that are more than happy just to come and represent their country. And at the end of the day, they want to make a statement. We saw it yesterday with the women's race. We had one sole attacker, and at the end of the day, you know, it didn't come to fruition, but for the moment anyway, we've got a very relaxed peloton. You can see that Eddie Dunbar down the back for Ireland. But there's a long, long way to go in this race. And I think from all the road races that we've had so far in this Rwandan World Championships, the word patience is kind of jumped out to us. But for Red Walters from Grenada, well, it's not about patience. He plies his trades in the UK, lives in the south of south of London area, and he's prolific in the domestic races in the UK, but it's a forlorn attack from Red Walters, and he's looking around, he's wanting company. Such is the tradition of the World Championships that normally we find that we have a breakaway that goes away. Riders that want to put their kind of mark on, riders that really don't think they can feature in the medals come the end, but they want to put a mark on the race for themselves, for their country. You know, Red Walters is from Granada, is the sole representative. So we saw this yesterday, Carlton, with Austria, and we're seeing it again today. But you can see from the front of the peloton, there's a few other riders and teams wanting to try and get in this breakaway. Whether it'll be allowed, we'll have to wait and see, because we have got a maximum of 8 riders from a lot of the kind of stronger nations. Unfortunately for the Netherlands, they are starting with 5. Sam Omen is a non-starter, so they did have 6, they now have 5. Just a little bit of illness in that team, we believe, and you know, it's hit them throughout in a lot of the other races. But with Pogačar here, Slovenia not only have 8 riders, with defending champion, they have 9.
Do you know what? If I was Red Walters and I'd got family here, I'd be asking him to take a picture quickly.
Yeah, well, I know Red Walters kind of personally myself. I did a programme in the UK not that long ago, and I first met him about 5-6 years ago. You know, he's a lovely lad, and he just wants to make his own mark on the race. He knows he's not going to feature come the end, but why come here?
Yeah, well, come here to make a statement, and that's precisely what he's doing. Thanks to the City Hall. This is where the great burgers, of course, I mean, other foods are available, but the great burgers.
Privilege to be among the riders who will be starting today, and we are looking forward to having a good day out, and we see how it goes.
But you're excited. You want to give it a go?
Of course, I'll give it a go. I'll give everything I can. You never know. Yeah.
What kind of atmosphere can we expect from today?
Good atmosphere. The weather is good, but somehow it looked like it would rain later on in the day. We're out. We're gonna do what we have to do.
And a lot of people on the side of the road cheering.
Yes. And the good thing about Rwanda, they have big crowds. They